what happened over in Newark. How many of y'all is from Jersey? How many of y'all over in Newark? They working on a deal. They working on a deal. How many of y'all know about Newark? Did y'all know that they stormed a migrant facility, an ICE facility over in Newark and the Jersey, not Jersey, the Newark mayor, the Newark, New Jersey mayor wound up getting arrested? Y'all said that that's the armpit. Newark is the armpit of America. Jesus. All right, let's get into it. Make sure I hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Some breaking news that we are following. Let's take you out right now to New Jersey, right outside of a ICE detention center. And this is where a protest with Democrats turned a little bit upside down. And for more on this, I do want to bring in our my colleague Andrew Kraft to break it all down for us, who has been following this story. It even involves an arrest of a New Jersey mayor. Andrew.
Yeah, Mike, there's a lot happening in Newark today, aside from the problems at the airport with yet another radar outage there. We're getting a statement in from the Department of Homeland Security, and they say this, that today, as a bus of detainees was entering the security gate of Delaney Hall Detention Center, you see there, Delaney Hall, that's a live picture, DHS says a group of protesters, including 2 members of U.S. Congress, stormed the gate and broke into the detention facility. The members, Robert Menendez Jr. and Bonnie Watson Coleman, and multiple protesters are holed up in a guard shack, the first security checkpoint. These members of Congress storming into a detention facility goes beyond bizarre political stunt and puts the safety of our law enforcement agents and the detainees at risk. DHS says members of Congress are not above the law and cannot illegally break into detention facilities. Had these members requested a tour, we would have facilitated a tour of the facility. This is an evolving situation. The allegations by Newark politicians that Delaney does not have the proper permitting is false, they say. We have valid permits, and inspection from plumbing, electricity to fire codes has been clear. That's a statement in from the Department of Homeland Security. So,
all right, here's a question. So while we have members of Congress and the Newark, New Jersey mayor getting arrested for storming an ICE facility in protest, which I want y'all to keep that same energy when it comes to your own communities. Why aren't they showing up and putting the same amount of energy in their own communities as they are storming migrant facilities for people that are here illegally? So they're willing to storm a facility, put their freedom, their record, and their political future on the line for people that is not even supposed to be here and came into here illegally. Democrats have a poop show. I'm gonna just keep it PG-13. It's Monday. We're gonna transition into it being a little bit more incendiary later on in the show. Democrats have a poop show on their hands. All they doing is embarrassing themselves and making themselves look more stupid every single day. They don't even show up for, bruh. You can't even borrow $5 from your homeboy that voted Democrat, but you telling me that these people are willing to storm a migrant facility and get arrested? I've never heard of a mayor getting arrested for participating in an insurrection. You see where I'm going with this? In an insurrection. The same way that they tried to prosecute Trump for something that he offered Nancy Pelosi, the National Guard, in order to stop, and he told them to stand down. These people were actually at the facility, storming the facility, participating in doing things that is not best for the United States of American citizens. I am curious, are we going to keep the same energy? Are we going to prosecute them and then wait for a Democratic president to eventually become president of the United States of America so that they can then pardon those people? Are we going to treat this like an insurrection? Are we going to treat this like an insurrection? And look at what they doing it for. They doing it for somebody that don't even belong here. This is crazy.
Two of these New Jersey Democrats from the House, Bonnie Watson Coleman and Robert Menendez Jr., are involved in this, as is, Mike, the Democratic mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Alina Habba, the interim acting U.S. attorney for New Jersey. She tweets this: the mayor of Newark, Ras Baraka, committed trespass and ignored multiple warnings from Homeland Security investigations to remove himself from the ICE detention center in Newark, New Jersey this afternoon. He has willingly chosen to disregard the law. That will not stand in this state. He has been taken into custody, all caps, no one is above the law, Habba says. So, Mike, what we have
They need to prosecute these people to the furthest extent of the law to make an example out of them.
right now, confirmed by acting U.S. Attorney Habba, is that the mayor of Newark, New Jersey right now has been taken into custody. Now, what we can't confirm right now, we do not know kind of the status of these two members of Congress, Bonnie Watson Coleman and Robert Menendez Jr. Looks like Congressman Coleman has tweeted this video saying, we're at Delaney Hall there. You can see we're taking it full. So this is, like DHS says, an evolving situation. Mike, this is of a piece of some of the stories that we have been covering on illegal immigration, on undocumented migration. Mike, you'll remember just now, about 2 Fridays ago there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that federal agents arrested that Milwaukee County judge there for facilitating the kind of release and escape of one of these undocumented migrants. Remember, that was a huge story at the time now there in Milwaukee. This, though, in Newark, New Jersey, unfolding right now. We have a live picture outside the Delaney Hall ICE detention facility where, from what we're told, there was some type of protest organized by New Jersey Democrats, and it has turned somewhat chaotic there and somewhat hairy. And you see there, this is from what? New Jersey Spotlight News on social media. A new video from the scene. You see some of these HSI agents there. That's Homeland Security investigations. I believe there is the mayor of Newark, Ras Baraka, and others. This is
Does
quite
anybody
tense.
here live in New Jersey?
You see there Congresswoman Watson Coleman.
That this is the mayor?
I'm not sure. I don't see Robert Menendez Jr. For those
Looks so
watching, that is the son of disgraced
Looks just like a peaceful protest. Looks great.
former U.S. Senator Bob Menendez. He is a House member there in New Jersey, his son Menendez Jr. So this
Usual
is
suspects.
quite a tense situation, turning somewhat physical. Oh, there's Menendez there. You just saw him try to push off some of these other federal agents outside this DHS detention facility. What a video. Wow.
Yeah, so tense there as they make their way past the gate there and then continue to go in, and you see the security police trying to stop them from getting past that gate.
So, Mike, what is so interesting, we don't know whether or not these members of Congress and the Democratic mayor of Newark, whether they're, advocating on behalf of an individual or kind of the, system writ large. That's unknown right now. We don't know whether or not they are kind of pleading on behalf or advocating on behalf of an individual in the detention facility itself.
These people think that they're above the law.
But it seems like, according from the statement we have from DHS, that they had concerns with some of the conditions, Mike, and the facilities themselves at the holding center. And you see that
These people need to be arrested. They need to be arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Apparently, CNN was able to, of course CNN was able to get an interview with him in order for him to clear it up. Let me see if we can get him on here.
Is responding to new allegations by DHS after being handcuffed and arrested by ICE agents at a protest outside a facility.
Stop shoving.
Get off of me! Get off of me! Put your hands on me!
The Department of Homeland Security says the mayor was trespassing and ignored repeated warnings. The mayor says he did nothing wrong. He was released from custody Friday night. And Democratic Mayor of Newark, Ross Baraka, joining us right now. All right, I want to ask you about something that happened over the weekend. DHS is accusing you and members of Congress of, quote, storming the facility. And
Facts.
now DHS is saying that more arrests are possible because of what, and I want you to listen to it, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin told our Victor Blackwell this weekend. Take a listen.
There were multiple people arrested. And Victor, I think that we should let viewers know there will likely be more arrests coming. We actually have body camera footage of some of these members of Congress assaulting our ICE enforcement officers, including body slamming a female ICE officer. So we will be showing that to viewers very shortly.
You say a
The
video
American
of
people should know
members
the
of
facts.
Congress body slamming ICE
That's correct.
officials?
That's correct, sir. It's disgusting.
And we got it on camera, so we're going to review the footage as soon as I get it right here on the Millionaire Morning Show, and we're going to hold these people accountable.
I am curious if you've heard anything about this, or did you witness this happening?
This is a complete fabrication. I mean, either she wasn't there and was misinformed, or she's just straight out lying. I mean, you're talking about an 80-year-old congresswoman, another congresswoman, and Congressman Menendez. They grabbed, slammed no one. No one stormed the place. There is a video. First of all, there's videos from all angles that reporters had, as a matter of fact, news agencies. There's a video that shows.
But we're going to get the
beginning
body cam footage. We're going to find out.
All the way to the end that folks have who were out there taping and videotaping. When this thing comes completely out, you'll see.
Hey, you notice how CNN only want to show one pieces of an angle. They don't want to show the overall view of what was happening at this particular event. But I want to see what he got to say.
Egregious these lies are. Nobody stormed anything. Those folks, when I got there, they were already inside, escorted inside by GEO and ICE to a booth to wait for Homeland Security folks to come and give them a tour. So I sat in there at least over an hour waiting on the other side of the gate for them to come out, with no discussion, no talk, no one telling me to leave, nothing, zero. And was let in, by the way. So all of this stuff is a fabrication, a complete fabrication.
Hey, imagine you have a mayor who should be doing work. I mean, come on, man. I personally have seen plenty of videos and plenty of footage of the people over in Newark, New Jersey, and the thugs over there destroying the city. Shout out to Arsenal the Rebel. Shout out to Arsenal the Rebel. Shout out to what's one of my other favorite battle rappers? Sue Surf. Shout out to Arsenal the Rebel. I think he from New Jersey. Shout out to Sue Surf. Shout out to all of them boys out there doing their thing. Imagine being from Newark, New Jersey, knowing that your mayor should be standing up for what is going on in the neighborhood, making sure that there's a police presence, meeting the people and meeting the expectations of the people that voted for him. But he's outside of a migrant facility, not doing his job, and then he's on CNN trying to get some visibility so he can get some clout. Imagine that.
This officer was sent there, the special agent in charge was sent there specifically to arrest me.
Okay, so you said that members of Congress were
car
led
said
into
it's
the
the
facility,
armpit of
and they
America.
are allowed to go into ICE facilities without prior arrangements.
Why would they let him go? Tell me that's not who I think it is. Why would they let him go into an ICE facility voluntarily, uninvited, just because he pulled up?
That is part of their duties.
Red Man is too.
You as the mayor are not afforded that right. Why were you there? And you said that there were no issues before.
Why were they at the
happened?
gate? Why are they at the gate? Why are they at the gate trying to permit or prevent them from being able to move in and out and take care of business? Why are they at the gate causing an insurrection?
Really riled up.
Oh, he running for governor?
Ended up being in handcuffs,
Makes sense.
arrested.
Looking for the visibility.
It's clear if you see the video, they riled it up, they escalated. I was there because, ultimately we have a dispute with GEO. I've been there every single day in the morning, every day, serving them with the fire inspector and the health inspector, with UCC inspectors. We're in dispute in court, serving them because they won't allow the fire inspectors entry into the property to do their inspections for certificate of occupancy. They won't allow them in. We go there every day and serve them. I was there that morning. I was called back to come down for a press conference that the Congress people were having after they viewed the inside so they could tell us about what was going on. And I was going to participate in that press conference. That's why I was there. And I have a right to be there. I'm the mayor of the city of Newark. I have a right to make sure that people are following our rules, our laws, and that there's transparency, especially in a private kind of facility like this. So I came down there for that purpose only. The special agent in charge who came there escalated that situation. And I'm sure he escalated it because he was told to. And they came directly for me. And this lie about more people were arrested, that's not true. It was only one person arrested that day, and that was me. No one else was arrested. No one else was in a car. No one else was in cuffs. No one else sat in the ICE detention facility or Homeland Security's detention facility. But
he's looking to be a martyr. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is looking to be a martyr. He's looking to have visibility. What? I don't know what this is. He's looking to have visibility. He's looking to be a martyr. He wants visibility. He wants to be the man. Apparently somebody is saying that, he is looking to run for governor. If he's looking to run for governor, y'all tell me how good of a mayor he's been. Because I haven't heard anything that is positive as far as this guy. I haven't heard anything positive from this guy at all. Y'all tell me how good of a mayor this guy is if he's running for governor.
That's it. No other protester, no protester was there, no Congress people, no elected officials, no bystanders, just me.
Do you worry at all, Mayor, about when you look at some of the numbers when people are polled and they tend to agree with some of what the administration is doing when it comes to how it is they're trying to get immigrants who are here undocumented out of the country? Are you worried about the optics here at all for Democrats when you look at the way in which people are seeing the immigration fight go down?
I'm worried about the erosion of the Constitution of the United States, the erosion of democracy, this authoritarianism that's coming here. And if the polls look like that, it's because people are controlling the conversation and we're allowing them to. We're making them believe that the only people that they're attacking are gang members, child rapists, murderers, as they keep saying over and over and over again. They're not talking about people that they have green cards, or people that have visas that they're kidnapping off the street, or individuals that are in fact citizens of the United States that get caught up into this mayhem, or individuals who are waiting for the process to be finished. That could be 6 to 7 years, who have already tried to become citizens and are waiting for that process. When they make a decision not to allow to go through that process, and they grab them and deport them and separate them from their families. These are more of those people than more of the others that they're talking about. And so when we begin talking about that and changing the dialogue to that, then people begin to understand what's really happening here. The erosion of the Fourth Amendment, of due process, of the Fifth Amendment, of the 14th Amendment. And if we could disagree on immigration until we blew in the face, we can disagree on what the process should be, what our policy should be, and we can't disagree on the Constitution of the United States.
One thing that I've learned about the Constitution during this political process, and we're going to move over into the next person because he's just talking at this point. One thing I learned about the Constitution and the political process here in the United States of America is that we don't abide by it when it comes to American citizens, but we try to implement it for people that it's not meant for, which is illegal migrants into this country. We are so busy trying to justify and make people feel good about the fact that they are over here illegally. You don't have rights as an illegal migrant, as a person. You have to be on your best behavior. You got to take care of business. You can't be protesting and tearing up stuff. You can't be doing things illegally. At any point, for whatever reason y'all don't realize, is that at any point you could be deported from the United States of America if you are not an American citizen. At any point. And Trump want him out. And they want Americans to come first. They can't keep taking up our resources. You can't keep doing what you want to do. If you are not here legally, taking care of business, doing what you're supposed to do, and being a contributing member to society, then you cannot be here in the United States of America. We are closed for business.